What is up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to make better bass lines. So today we're going to cover 3 different tips that are going to allow you to make better bass lines, to make them sound groovier, and to just overall make your track sound better. So let's get into it. The first tip is to make sure you choose the right sound for the groove. So right now I'm thinking about doing something a little bit more groovy, something that has a couple MIDI hits there, here and there. So something around the same vibe as maybe Metroid or Chris Lorenzo. So let's go and pick our sound. Here I'm gonna open this preset pack and let's just scroll through sounds. Okay, so I think this sound is what I'm going for. Let's open our MIDI. We're gonna use the key of E. So part of choosing the right sound is knowing what key you're going for, because some sounds might sound too subby if you're going for a key that's too low, or some might sound too bright and have no punch if they go, the sound isn't right for the scale that you're going for. So right now I'm gonna choose to go on an E minor scale, and yeah, it sounds like this sound is powerful enough for this scale. So let's start putting down some MIDI and see what we get. Okay, it looks like it has a clip on it. Let's turn that off. So now we have this groove. We're gonna copy and paste it across the whole bar. So now that we have a MIDI set down, I realized that the sound might not be the great for this particular scale that I chose. So now you just get to audition different sounds. So let's just go back to that first sound that I had. And that's it. Yep, so that's the sound. Second tip is to automate your baseline. So automation can mean a lot of things. You can set an EQ and do like a little high cut. So in certain sections, the bass kind of ducks out and leaves space for other elements to shine. But in this case, something that I always like to do is to play with the cutoff. So it seems like this macro right here. What is this routed to? So this is routed to the decay of this envelope. I think that sounds pretty good. Now, I also sometimes, it looks like this envelope is routed to the filter. So sometimes I also like to add this to the resonance because that gives it this little wow, wow, wow sound that, just makes the automation sound nicer. So, all right, so let's make an automation clip. And then, there's no secret sauce. It's not like, oh, you need to go to this section, automate the cutoff here. You just kind of, you just play whatever loop you have and then add the automation where you feel like it sounds good. So here, for example, I feel like it would sound better up here. So I try not to make it a very precise automation because I want it to sound natural. So I think it could come down like this. And then here too, switch it up a little bit. Make it come up like this and then come all the way back down. So now I like this, but I think this should go to the end of the of the bar. So I'm just gonna move that automation down there and see if I can do something different here. Maybe something like this. here do something similar to the first section, however, make it a little bit different. So maybe instead of going to the first bar, it goes all the way down here. Like this. So there you go. Automating just allows you to let your baseline brings it to life. And this is another secret that you can do with automation. So let's say you have a build up, and let's just add a little bit of a riser there. Let's bring a riser over here. So if you have a build up and you just want to add tension, you can keep your baseline there for the groove because you don't want to give up the groove. And then just automate this part like this. So you really start bringing that cutoff and that resonance up. Then in that last stretch, just make it really apparent. So it comes up like this. And another thing you can do is add an EQ, take a high shelf, and what we're gonna do is automate this. So in the buildup, it's gonna come up. So that way we want the low frequencies to come out, and then once the drum comes, all of them come back up, and it's just gonna add a lot more punch to it. Give it some space here. A lot of times I like to have a pre-drop there, which you can just add like a little vocal or something here. And it just slowly comes up. Oh, all right, there we go. Bringing this up. Yeah, there you go. Always automate your bass. Now the third tip is to add some swing to the MIDI. Every DAW is gonna have a different way to add swing to it. I'm gonna show you the way that you do it in FL, but I know there's other ways. Like Ableton has its own swing like patterns that you can just upload to the rack, and I know Logic does that too. So here in FL, what we can do is select the entire MIDI and then press Option Q. Now here is gonna give us an option to quantize the piano roll. So we're gonna go to swing, and then here you can choose a lot of different swings. So what I like to do is come to grooves, and I choose swing. I think anything else sounds too. It moves it out of the original groove too much. So I don't want that. So then we have a start time. So like how much do each MIDI get moved from the start time that you originally set them to? So I like to move that quite a bit, just because I don't like everything just hitting right on the grid. Duration, I like to move that too, because I don't want every hit to last the same as the other one. So some notes are gonna linger a lot longer than others. Sensitivity, I'll turn that up to around like 50%, and then we'll hit accept. So now, as you can see, the MIDI has been moved. Like it's not perfectly on the grid, and not every MIDI is about the same size. Now this is gonna make it sound a lot, like coming a little bit later, coming a little bit earlier. That's gonna give groove to the bass line. So there's very little things that add to it, but the more you add these automations, the more you add this swing, it's gonna make your bass line stand out a lot more than something that you just program like a rolling bass line without taking it off the grid or anything. So those are my 3 tips to make better bass lines. I hope you guys learned something today. If you want to learn anything else, don't hesitate to go to my Instagram or my TikTok and leave some comments there, or in this video as well, you can leave some comments. Ask me any questions that you may have, and see you guys next time.